All right, hello everybody. Welcome in here to a game of Eudora baseball. They'll be taking on the Spring Hill Broncos here today. Join it after the leadoff hitter got on the leadoff single after a couple pitches from the starter here today, the junior Houston Carnegie. That one nearly got the batter. He thinks it did get a piece of him, and the umpire will agree and send Will Pepper, the starting pitcher for the Broncos, to first base. So there are runners at first and second here with none away.
Now batting for the Broncos, number 0, Keaton Neal.
This is a game that was moved up because of ensuing rain, and the hat comes off of Carnegie's head as he throws that pitch for a ball. The batter here, Keaton Neal, the senior.
This is the one I signed with Florida.
Yes.
And that one's going to get away. It'll come all the way to the backstop. The runners will advance to second and third. Still none down here. And then the throw back to the pitcher will run away as well, and a run will score. A wild pitch and then an error from behind the plate has allowed the Broncos to grab an early lead. So some chaos there. The wild pitch followed by the error from behind home plate. Still none away and already a run in on 2 hits, or rather on 1 hit and a hit batter.
There you go. Oh.
And that one will miss. So again, runners at first and second, still none away. The Broncos come in 5 and 4. They lost just yesterday to Gardner Edgerton 10-2. Last Friday they got an 11-1 win over Bonner Springs. They have one lost, and then lost coming into this one. Another pitch away from the batter, who is the senior Hunter Hall. The Cards come in having just swept Veritas Christian in a doubleheader. Brought them up from 1 and 4 to 3 and 4. Carnegie really looking for the chase on that outside pitch. One that got away from him earlier on the wild pitch. Still searching for the first out. And another one's going to get away, and this one will come all the way to the backstop. The runners again move up to second and third, and this time the catcher will go and hand this one off to Carnegie to make sure that no further damage is done. Broncos threatening to really open this game up here before the Cards even take a bat. Cards' most recent game was a 14-1 win over Veritas Christian 3 days ago. The pitch, that one more central but called high. The bases are loaded.
Now batting for Spring Hill, number 8, Max Mead.
There will be a runner at first, Stock Straley.
Running first base for Spring Hill, number 18, Straley.
Max Mead, the senior, takes that one high for a ball to count 1-1. Carnegie desperately looking for that first out. That one close, but again high. If he could find a way to get out of it now, it would be a very impressive escape artist job, but still none down here. Bases loaded, already a run in. Another one low and away from the batter.
It's opening up too early. He needs to move to that side of the mat.
Only the one hit thus far. Couple wild pitches, 2 walks, a hit batter, as well as an error that allowed the run to score. That one will be wide, and that will force across a run on a walk. So Spring Hill already up 2-0 here.
Now batting for Spring Hill, number 3, Jordan Miller.
That brings in the hitter in the 6th spot, Miller. That one called a strike on that outside part. Another pitch high, and the hat of Carnegie taken off by the wind. The next offering from Carnegie, again outside. Really proving to be afraid to come into the zone thus far. The next pitch to Miller. That one's in there. 2 strikes now. The 2-strike offering. Taken high, count goes full. This inning began with a leadoff single, then a hit batter, 3 consecutive walks, along with a couple wild pitches and an error that allowed a run to score, and then another walk forced a run across. The full count pitch is going to be ripped to left field. Backing up is Giffen, looking up, and that one's going to drop down. 1 run is in, a 2nd run will score. The runner takes the turn at 3rd. The throw comes in, and it's going to get away. And if the batter runner had been aware of where that one came, he might have thought about coming to score too, but it turns into a bases clearing triple. So 5 runs in for the Broncos and still none away.
Now batting for Spring Hill, number 15, Riley McAvoy. McAvoy.
So with the runner at 3rd, Riley McAvoy will dig in. Freshman. Swings at the first pitch, fouls it back. No relation to yours truly, though that is my sister's name, Riley McAvoy. That one's in there, 0-2 on the freshman. Carnegie searching for that first out, might get it here. The 0-2 taken, and that one's called a ball. Don't know if there would have been many complaints if he rung him up, but the at-bat continues here. No freebies being given to Carnegie. 1-2. Swung on and missed. He gets the first out of the inning.
Now batting number 24, Brody Van Houghton.
So now the 8 hitter in the lineup, Van Houten. Sophomore digs in. Real strong wind coming through here. It's also 85 degrees here in Eudora. And this one's going to get away, and another run will come in for the Broncos. It's a 6-run top of the first here. A third wild pitch for Carnegie. This is Carnegie's first start of the year, his third game played. Had not thrown, third game pitched. He had not thrown a wild pitch until today, but 3 now have gotten away from him.
Lawrence. It's called,
Still just 1 down. And that one's going to go off the head of the batter. Van Houten will take first. That's a second hit by pitch in the inning.
What's she doing? Oh.
Yep, goes and hands the ball off to Carnegie.
Yep, not gonna.
And now the coach makes a slow walk out to the pitcher's mound. I think we might have seen an indication to make a replacement here. Yeah, that will be it for Carnegie's pitching performance. A tough day. Got the 1 strikeout. That is basically all that can be said from a positive perspective for him. Gave up a couple hits, 3 walks, 2 hit batters, 3 wild pitches. And 6 runs go against him, and he's responsible for the runner at first as well. We'll go ahead and take a quick break as the Cards make a pitching change.
At Fort Scott Community College, we understand that a scary part of figuring out your future isn't only answering the question, what should I do, but where do I belong? Maybe you belong here as part of Fort Scott Community College's John Deere Tech program. Maybe you belong here as part of the perennial playoff-bound Greyhound baseball team. I don't know where you've been or where you're headed, but I know we're saving a spot for you because you belong at Fort Scott Community College.
So the Cards preparing to make the change to bring in the sophomore Logan McNary. Looks like this will be his first pitching appearance on the year. After a tough start to the game for Carnegie, was able to put 1 away on strikes. But 6 runs have come across, still responsible for that runner at first as well. It will be the 9 hitter to start things off against the new pitcher.
Now,
that is the senior Colton Scott.
Logan McNary. Up to bat for Spring Hill, number 17, Colton Scott.
Scott digs in. Van Houten over at first after taking the pitch to the head. McNary readies and deals. Some good velocity on that one, but low for a ball. And this one's going to be a dribbler out towards first. Arnold will field, go to McNary, who's going to cover the bag. And the new pitcher into the game immediately put to the test and makes a good play to get out number 2.
Now batting for the Broncos, number 2, Reagan.
So the lineup turns over. The Broncos bat around here in the first inning. And they will now send Benny Reagan back to the plate. He had a single in his first appearance. And that one, not sure where it missed. Pretty center cut there. So now the 1-0 from McNary. This was going to be ripped out to center. McCleary chasing it, and that one's going to drop out there in left center. Taking the turn at third is Van Houten. He will come in to score. So a 2-out RBI for the Broncos as they continue to tack on here 7 in the top of the first.
Now batting number 7, Pepper.
So that means for Benny Reagan that he's got 2 hits in the same half inning. And that sends back into pitcher Pepper, who was hit by the pitch in his first trip. He will swing at the first pitch and rip that one into left field. Giffen will chase it down and think better of the throw home. Instead throws it to second, allowing the run to score and holding the runner at first. It's 8 now for Spring Hill.
Now batting number 0, Neal.
So another player making a second plate appearance here. And the runner will go for second. This is Pepper, and the starting pitcher takes a messy dive there into second, but does steal the bag. For Keaton Neal, the batter, he is signed with the Florida Gators. McNary will deal, and this one's going to be hit out to second. Ross will field that one cleanly, fired across to Arnold, and end the inning, but not before the Broncos score 8, doing it on 4 hits. The Cardinals will come up in the bottom half of the inning.
At Kansas Insurance, we know one size doesn't fit all. In fact, our whole mindset is based on customized policies for you and your families. We're local, and we do what we do because we care about you. Think of us as brokers for your insurance needs. Working with Kansas Insurance gets you the award-winning service and attention to detail that only an independent agency can provide. All across Kansas, we're here to help you manage and plan for all types of risk. Contact a local agent today. Kansas Insurance. Local, independent, serving you.
At Fort Scott Community College, we understand that a scary part of figuring out your future isn't only answering the question, what should I do, but where do I belong? Maybe you belong here, preparing for a career in healthcare as part of Fort Scott Community College's nursing program. Or maybe you belong on stage as part of the Hounds band or theater department. I don't know where you've been or where you're headed, but I know we're saving a spot for you because you belong at Fort Scott Community College.
Are you looking for a trusted partner in pet care? Look no further than Eudora Animal Hospital, proudly serving Eudora and the surrounding area since 1975. Eudora Animal Hospital offers a wide range of services, including wellness exams, surgeries, routine vaccinations, and emergency care.
I just want to thank everybody in the community for trusting us with the care of their animals, and go Dogs!
Schedule an appointment by calling 785-542-3265 or visit eudoravet.com.
All right, welcome back in here. Pepper is the pitcher for the Broncos, getting ready on the mound. He will go against 1, 2, 3 for the Cards, Ross, McCleary, and Jack Klein. Robson is the cleanup hitter behind them.
Leading off for the Cardinals, second baseman number 3, Ethan Ross.
So it'll be Ethan Ross to dig in, made the put out to end the inning. Ross comes in with a .444 batting average. 4 hits in 9 plate appearances, or rather at bats. Driven in 3 runs, worked a walk. That one taken high.
So what do you do? Mabel, she has 3-pounder back.
And that one's called a strike against Ross. Cards staring up at a very crooked number after only a half inning of work. A lot to do here offensively. The key's going to just be getting on base. Ross will swing and miss at that one and be tagged out for the first put out of the bottom half of this inning.
Now batting for the Cardinals, center fielder, number 17, Max McCleary.
So that sends McCleary to the plate, hitting .263 on the season, a .391 on base percentage. The first pitch to the lefty batter is fouled straight back. That one inside and low, count evens. Just the single game today, not a doubleheader. That one backs McCleary off the plate, count goes 2-1. Ump says that one was inside. And that one will be hit to the second baseman, Reagan, who fires that one onto first in time. 2 up, 2 down for the pitcher.
Now up for the Cardinals, shortstop number 24, Jack Klein.
That brings in Jack Klein, .304 batting average for him on this young season.
And usually we do JV first, but she switched it because of the weather.
Good. 'Cause then if it's JV and if we're here till 9, we can't finish. I'm good with that. That's the way it should always be.
That one pretty similar to the previous location, but called a strike on the edge. That one felt even more outside than a pitch that was called a ball just a couple ago. Klein checked the swing and now has 2 strikes on him, trying to avoid 3 up, 3 down. He gets under this one out to right field. Meade settles under it and is able to bring it in, so it is 3 up, 3 down for the Cards. They don't have any response to the 8-run top of the first that the Broncos put up. We head to the second inning.
Charlie was born at LMH. We had a great team of nurses. Not only did they check in on us regularly, they always asked if we had questions, always made sure that we understood what was going on. I cannot say enough wonderful things about the labor and delivery, family birthing, and mother baby care team at LMH Health. We had to put our entire trust into their hands, and just everyone was so friendly and so supportive.
Prescription drug pricing points to corporate
Freedom of the press is about your right to know. It's about your right to be informed. Today, there are real threats to press freedom and your right to know about the world around us. We must protect our right to know, no matter what kind of news is important to you. Before it's too late, understand the threats. ProtectPressFreedom.org.
More time.
So McNary will continue to work against the 4, 5, and 6 hitters.
Leading off the second for Spring Hill, number 4, Hall.
This is the catcher. Hall walked in his first trip and then was courtesy ran for. Straley then coming around to score. Ump cleaning off home plate. On such a windy day as this, that'll be an important thing to keep doing, I suppose. Cards will just be looking for a much quicker escape of this top half of the second. They want to get back up to bat to try and work on this big margin they find themselves with, and McNary finds the outer edge for strike one. Cardinals are coming off of their biggest offensive performance this season when they put up 14 against Veritas Christian. They did have a game earlier this season against Bonner Springs that they won 8-7. They would need to have a lot of production as this game goes on to try and claw back into this one. That one's going to be hit to left field. Giffen chasing that one towards the 335 sign. Goes up and brings it in for the out. A very good play by Eli Giffen out in left field. So McNary able to retire the first batter.
Is it okay if we get some seats? He said we need a bowl. A little bowl.
So that brings in the right fielder, Mead. He worked a walk with the bases loaded. Big hack at that one for strike one. That one gets slipped out of the hand early. Good thing there's no runners on. That one just goes down as a ball. That one close to the inside part of the plate. The batter, Miller, does crowd the plate quite a bit, or rather Mead does crowd the plate quite a bit. This one's going to be a little dribbler over towards Grado at third, and before he got a glove to it, it ran foul. And that one will be called ball four. So after the leadoff runner was retired, base runner again for the Broncos. Does potentially set up an inning-ending double play. Jordan Miller, another senior on this Spring Hill team. They've got quite a few. 8 to be exact on this roster. And the runner goes. Throw down to second is on the wrong side of the bag, and Mead swipes second base. Miller had that 3-run triple. This one's going to be ripped out to center. McCleary backing up, trying to settle under it. Does bring it in, and Meade will tag and head to third. The throw comes into the cutoff man, and with 2 down, there's a runner 90 feet away.
Now batting number 15, McAvoy.
Riley McAvoy digs back in. He struck out against Carnegie, was the first out of that top half of the first. This one will be hit to the opposite field, and it might be in play there, and is in fact brought in by Arnold, the first baseman, moving deep into foul territory to bring that one in and strand the runner at third. So a scoreless top half of the second for the Broncos.
At Kansas Insurance, we know one size doesn't fit all. In fact, our whole mindset is based on customized policies for you and your families. We're local, and we do what we do because we care about you. Think of us as brokers for your insurance needs. Working with Kansas Insurance gets you the award-winning service and attention to detail that only an independent agency can provide. All across Kansas, we're here to help you manage and plan for all types of risk. Contact a local agent today. Kansas Insurance. Local, independent, serving.
At Fort Scott Community College, we understand that a scary part of figuring out your future isn't only answering the question, what should I do, but where do I belong? Maybe you belong here, preparing for a career in healthcare as part of Fort Scott Community College's nursing program. Or maybe you belong on stage as part of the Hounds band or theater department. I don't know where you've been or where you're headed, but I know we're saving a spot for you because you belong at Fort Scott Community College.
Are you looking for a trusted partner in pet care? Look no further than Eudora Animal Hospital, proudly serving Eudora and the surrounding area since 1975. Eudora Animal Hospital offers a wide range of services, including wellness exams, surgeries, routine vaccinations, and emergency care.
I just want to thank everybody in the community for trusting us with the care of their animals, and go Dogs!
Schedule an appointment by calling 785-542-3265 or visit eudoravet.com.
Robson will lead things off here. Cards went down in order in the bottom of the first.
Oh my God. I was about to mark that as a ball.
Still going to work against Pepper here. And that one shot foul, so the count's 0-2. Robson comes in hitting .333. 5 hits in 15 ABs. Has also worked a walk, but will swing and only tip that one into the catcher's mitt. So it is 4 up, 4 down for Pepper.
Next up for the Cardinals, catcher number 12, Cooper Burling.
Burling digs in, hitting .250. A .400 on base percentage thanks to a couple walks. Swings at the first pitch, fouls it back. Cards just need to get on base here. Try and create opportunities to make progress on this deficit. That one well outside. And that one's hit out to left field. Backing up is Miller, looking up, and that one will drop in front of the warning track. Taking the turn at first is Burling, and he will get a one-out double here to put a runner in scoring position for the Cards. He tattooed that ball.
Now batting for Eudora, first baseman, number 9, Cole Arnold.
It's a third double of the year for Burling. and allows Arnold to come up with a runner in scoring position. He's got a couple RBIs thus far on the season. There's some conversation going on over at second. We might see a courtesy runner for the catcher, and that's exactly what will happen. Zeke Bartmus will check into the game.
Running a second for the Cardinals, number 30, Zeke Bartmus.
So the sophomore offering some more speed for the Cards. Arnold carrying a .300 batting average through 20 at-bats. Cards with the base runner for the first time, a first chance to try and put something on the board to respond to that Broncos top half of the first inning. And that one hit high to left field. The wind's going to get a hold of this one. Miller settling under it, does bring it in, and the runner will have to stay put, so 2 down now.
Now batting for the Cardinals, right fielder, number 8, Quinn Brunin.
So now Brunin digs in, only a third AB on the year, still looking for his first hit this season. Swings at that one on the outside part of the plate. Can't reach it. Quickly, the count is 0-2 on the junior. Cards trying to avoid stranding their first base runner of the game in scoring position. The 0-2 to Brunin is swung on and missed, a strikeout, and that will end the inning. The Cards do strand that runner in scoring position. It is still 8-0 as we head to the third.
Charlie was born at LMH. We had a great team of nurses. Not only did they check in on us regularly, they always asked if we had questions, always made sure that we understood what was going on. I cannot say enough wonderful things about the labor and delivery, family birthing, and mother baby care team at LMH Health. We had to put our entire trust into their hands, and just everyone was so friendly and so supportive.
For the best care for your pet, choose DeSoto Veterinary Clinic. Dr. Matt Fair and his team are dedicated to providing high-quality medical care with compassion and a personal touch. They treat every pet as their own, ensuring they receive the attention and respect they deserve. For routine checkups, testing, vaccinations, chiropractic and acupuncture care, or surgical services, you can trust Dr. Fair and his team at DeSoto Veterinary Clinic. Call 913-585-1115 to schedule an appointment today or visit DeSotoVetClinic.com.
At Fort Scott Community College, we understand that a scary part of figuring out your future isn't only answering the question, what should I do, but where do I belong? Maybe you belong here as part of Fort Scott Community College's John Deere Tech program. Maybe you belong here as part of the perennial playoff-bound Greyhound baseball team. I don't know where you've been or where you're headed, but I know we're saving a spot for you because you belong at Fort Scott Community College.
It'll
Leading
be
off the third,
8, 9, and 1
number 24, Van Houten.
to face off against McNary, who continues after a scoreless second inning. First pitch is swung through there for a strike. Might be unsurprising to find that the math at this point does not favor the Cards thus far in games this season, and if they've allowed 7 or more runs, they average allowing 7 or more runs in their losses and only 3.7 runs in their wins. We've already surpassed that average number in a loss. And then in games that they lose, they tend to score 2.5 runs. In the games that they win, they score 8.7 or more. That one's going to be hit right over the shortstop's head and drop down for a hit. So the number 8 hitter, Van Houten, is on base once again.
Now batting for Spring Hill, number 17, Scott.
Scott grounded out to first in his first trip. McNary checks over on the runner. You might think in a game with this score they wouldn't really be thinking about stealing, but they've stolen a couple of bases already. Another check on the runner. Pepper and Mead are their 2 base runners with stolen bases. Van Houten is the one over at first, and this time there will be a throw over. McNary not interested in giving anything away for free. .30 is the count, and that one bounces to the catcher's mitt. So there will be runners at first and second.
Now back to the Broncos, number 2, Reagan.
So that brings up the leadoff hitter in the batting lineup, Reagan, who is 2 for 2. Got a double, an RBI, couple runs scored in the game. Maybe a word of encouragement there from Burling to McNary. Also talking about how they want to approach this situation. Something they might be discussing is the signals for pickoff attempts if he wants him to check at second or first. The bunt dropped down here, and a good play made at first to get the out. Runners do advance on the successful sacrifice hit from Reagan. The Cardinals will take that out.
Now batting number 7, Pepper.
So now the pitcher digs in. 1 for 1, as well as being hit by a pitch, has an RBI and a run scored. Cards were able to strand a runner at third at the end of the second inning. Need to try and pull something impressive off here. Still just the 1 out right now. And that one's going to be hit over to third, where it is fielded cleanly by Grado. Fired across the diamond, and able to catch that one and then get his foot down on the bag is Arnold. So out number 2, a run does come in to score. The Cardinals also record the second out.
Now batting number 0, Neal.
So the shortstop and Florida Gators signee digs in. Neal is 0 for 1 with a walk and a run scored. And did he hold up on that one? They say that he did not. And then he swings over top of that one, 2-2. McNary been able to get the better thus far of this future collegiate baseball player. But can he put him away a second time? Got him to ground out in their first battle. It's always strike 3 that proves the most difficult to get. The 2-2 is taken for a ball. The full count pitch is not quite close, so there will be runners at the corners.
Now batting for the Broncos, number 4, Hall.
Hall 0 for 1 with a walk. Cards wouldn't necessarily be too upset with the 1 run in after having runners at second and third with 1 down. But that would require getting another out here, stranding another runner over at third, just as they did to end the second. McNary able to get strike 1 on his first pitch to the Broncos catcher. Batter had to get out of the way, but it actually wasn't too far from the zone with how much Hall crowds the plate. Set up very far inside. And that one catches the outside edge. The runner goes, and a swing and miss there. So a strikeout will end the inning, and the Cards do strand another runner at third and strand a couple more Broncos runners, but they do get one across. It's 9-0 as we head to the bottom of the third.
For the best care for your pet, choose DeSoto Veterinary Clinic. Dr. Matt Fair and his team are dedicated to providing high-quality medical care with compassion and a personal touch. They treat every pet as their own, ensuring they receive the attention and respect they deserve. For routine checkups, testing, vaccinations, chiropractic and acupuncture care, or surgical services, you can trust Dr. Fair and his team at DeSoto Veterinary Clinic. Call 913-585-1115 to schedule an appointment today or visit DeSotoVetClinic.com.
More time before you wake up in the wild.
Our natural world needs us now. Step by step, side by side, together, we can find a way to ensure that all life on Earth can thrive. To learn more about how you can help protect and conserve nature, visit nature.org.
Your home for live, local sports. Varsity Sports Live delivers professional level coverage with high-quality video and broadcasters that know your schools and community.
Touchdown, Tonganoxie!
With the support of local businesses, you never pay to watch Varsity Sports. Live, local, free high school sports coverage. That's Varsity Sports Live.
Grass gets it away. Moore's down the middle. And And he makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans.
Keep up with the action at VarsitySportsLive.com. Live, local, free high school sports.
Back in here as Pepper continues to warm. Thus far through 2 innings of work, he has just allowed 1 hit, struck out a couple batters, has only thrown 23 pitches through 2 innings of work.
Now batting for the
Strong
Cardinals,
wind comes in and shakes
left
the
fielder
bleachers.
number 4, Eli Giffen.
It'll be 8, 9, and 1 for the Cards. Giffen, Grado, and Ross. Giffen with just 1 hit on the year, but has managed to work 4 walks. So despite a 111 batting average, he's got a 385 on base percentage. And it's through only 9 plate appearances. That one's going to be ripped to right and brought in by the right fielder, Mead. A hard hit out number 1.
Now batting for the Cardinals, third baseman number 6, Peyton Grado.
So now Grado digs in, carrying a 231 batting average, 333 on base percentage. Trying to put a runner on and turn the lineup over. The 0-1 from Pepper is swung on and missed.
That's unusual. No, it's because we lost some stuff.
The 0-2 is hit high along the infield here. And Neal settles under it, brings it in, 2 down. So the lineup turns over with none on. Ross will dig back in.
Now batting for the Cards, number 3, Ross.
Still carries a 400 batting average, despite going 0 for 1 in the game thus far. As the Cards begin their second time through the order.
How many players are just watching those outside corner strikes go by? They think the ball. I mean, I think they're off the plate. So.
This one popped out of play foul. 2 strikes now on the batter. Cards with just the 1 base runner so far. It was a double that came from the catcher Burling. And the courtesy runner Bartmus was stranded right there at second. The 2-2 is hit out to right center.
Drop in there.
And a diving play, and the catch is made by Scott out there in center. The diving catch to make it 3 up, 3 down for the Cards as they continue to be shut out through 3. It's 9-0.
Charlie was born at LMH. We had a great team of nurses. Not only did they check in on us regularly, they always asked if we had questions, always made sure that we understood what was going on. I cannot say enough wonderful things about the labor and delivery, family birthing, and mother baby care team at LMH Health. We had to put our entire trust into their hands, and just everyone was so friendly and so supportive.
Are you looking for a trusted partner in pet care? Look no further than Eudora Animal Hospital, proudly serving Eudora and the surrounding area since 1975. Eudora Animal Hospital offers a wide range of services, including wellness exams, surgeries, routine vaccinations, and emergency care.
I just want to thank everybody in the community for trusting us with the care of their animals, and go Dogs!
Schedule an appointment by calling 785-542-3265 or visit eudoravet.com.
So McNary will continue to work here for the Cards as we resume this game in the top of the fourth. Will be 5, 6, and 7 for a combined 1 for 4 with a couple walks. A lot of the Spring Hill batters really crowd the plate. We've seen them dance out of the way, duck under balls that some have been approaching the strike zone. This one will be poked out to right field, and that one will drop. Taking the turn and heading to second is Meade as Brunin gets that one in. So a leadoff double for the Broncos. More pressure on the Cards.
Now batting number 3, Miller.
So that brings Miller back in. Had that bases clearing triple earlier in the game. And this one's going to get all the way to the backstop. A wild pitch from McNary. Allows the runner to move up to third base. Burling has had to do an unfortunate amount of chasing loose balls down. And that one high, and Burling did a great job to get a glove to that one. And a swing and a miss there. McNary threw 2 2/3, has allowed 4 hits, 2 runs, both earned. So he's putting up a 5.26 ERA thus far. Cards may have a real option in him, making his first pitching appearance on the year. That one inside, and the batter will be issued a walk. Miller reaching base for the second time. A third walk issued by McNary. So now McAvoy digs in, 0 for 2 thus far in the game. And the runner goes well before the pitch was even thrown, so Burling won't even throw that one down. There was no need. He got a fantastic jump there, a third stolen bag of the game for this Broncos team. And that one lined foul.
1-2.
There's been a double, a walk, and a stolen base thus far in the inning as McNary steps off. He's got McAvoy 1 and 2. McAvoy was the lone out recorded by Carnegie, went down on strikes, but that one's going to catch him in the back, which will mercifully for the Cards make it a dead ball, so the runners have to stay put instead of it being a wild pitch. Loads the bases, but for McNary, he just lost a player that's proven thus far this game to be an easy out for the Cards with 2 strikes. And now the bases are loaded with the freshman getting hit by the pitch. And he's still feeling it there over at first. Took that one to the back. So double, walk, stolen base, hit batter with 2 strikes nonetheless. We'll bring in Van Houten, who's also got a bruise after he was hit by the pitch. And 1 for 1, a couple runs scored in the game. Up here in a big spot. The run rule is 10 after 5 or 15 after 3. We could break into that territory. That one's in the low and away part of the zone. A good pitch from McNary, well located. Still none down in the inning. This one will be hit to the opposite field. Bringing that one in is Brunin. Oh no, did he not bring it in? He did not make the catch, and the runner will score, and then Miller will take the turn at third because the Cards didn't get the ball in quickly. They were sort of sulking after that error out in right field, and the Broncos not taking any pity on the Cards. They score 2.
Now batting number 17, Scott.
So that leaves runners at first and second after the error out in right. Brunin's first error on the year, a second in this game for the Cards. And that is tough for Eudora in a game where outs have been hard to come by. Turning one away like that. That one sounded like it got a piece of the bat, as the batter Scott was looking to drop down a bunt. Scott 0 for 1 has worked a walk in the game. 1 strike on him after the failed bunt attempt, so he swings at this one and fouls it towards the dugout, so 0-2. The 9-hitter is a senior here, center fielder Colton Scott. Thought about the bunt, then swung at the second pitch. How will he approach this 0-2 offering from McNary? That one up and around the dome, has to step away from it. McNary would hate to lose another batter with 2 strikes by way of the hit by pitch, or any way at all, but that was how we lost McAvoy, who's the runner at second, and that one will be swung right over top of an ugly swing and miss there, and the senior is sat down for out number 1.
Now batting number 2, Reagan.
A second strikeout in this appearance for McNary. And this one's going to get away. The runners will advance, and the Cards don't know where it is. but the first baseman Arnold did well to crash in and hold McAvoy at third. The runners both move up on that one. Cardinals just cannot catch a break.
Pretty tall in the foul territory.
So 1-0. The batter, Reagan, the leadoff hitter. 2 for 2, has a double, an RBI, a couple runs scored, as well as a successful sacrifice hit. A bit of a surprising decision to take a batter hitting well and have him offer himself up to be retired by the Cards in his last AB. Might have been testing if the Cardinals defense were up to the task, which they were. McNary was the one that was able to make the throw. That one's going to be ripped right to first. Arnold will field, step on the bag. The run does come in to score, so it's 12-0 now for the Broncos, but 2 down in the inning.
Now batting number 7, Pepper.
For Reagan, that was his second RBI today. Pepper now digs in. 1 for 1, a hit by pitch. Has driven in a run and scored a run, also stole a base. This one bounces into Burling. So at this point now for the Cards, if they don't get a couple runs back before the 5th inning, as that one will hit the pitcher a second time he's been plunked today. He throws the bat in indignation.
Now batting number 0, Neal.
That puts runners at the corners. But yes, with the 10 after 5, we have passed that threshold. And in fact, we might see this game end sooner than that. It's 15 after 3. And now is going to be a visit to McNary on the mound. Hasn't been a great performance nor a horrible performance from McNary. Definitely done well in the spot relief position and for his first pitching appearance of the year. And that will be the end of his day. He'll leave responsible for the runners at the corners. As the Cardinals look to be moving to a lefty pitcher, we'll go ahead, take a break, and come back when we know who will be on the mound.
At Fort Scott Community College, we understand that a scary part of figuring out your future isn't only answering the question, what should I do, but where do I belong? Maybe you belong here, studying animal science or learning about farm and ranch management. Maybe you belong here as part of Hounds Hoops on the hardwood. I don't know where you've been or where you're headed, but I know we're saving a spot for you because you belong at Fort Scott Community College.
For the best care for your pet, choose DeSoto Veterinary Clinic. Dr. Matt Fair and his team are dedicated to providing high-quality medical care with compassion and a personal touch. They treat every pet as their own, ensuring they receive the attention and respect they deserve. For routine checkups, testing, vaccinations, chiropractic and acupuncture care, or surgical services, you can trust Dr. Fair and his team at DeSoto Veterinary Clinic. Call 913-585-1115 to schedule an appointment today or visit DeSotoVetClinic.com.
At Fort Scott Community College, we understand that a scary part of figuring out your future isn't only answering the question, what should I do, but where do I belong? Maybe you belong here, preparing for a career in healthcare as part of Fort Scott Community College's nursing program. Or maybe you belong on stage as part of the Hounds band or theater department. I don't know where you've been or where you're headed, but I know we're saving a spot for you because you belong at Fort Scott Community College.
Are you looking for a trusted partner in pet care? Look no further than Eudora Animal Hospital, proudly serving Eudora and the surrounding area since 1975. Eudora Animal Hospital offers a wide range of services, including wellness exams, surgeries, routine vaccinations, and emergency care.
I just want to thank everybody in the community for trusting us with the care of their animals, and go Dogs!
Schedule an appointment by calling 785-542-3265 or visit eudoravet.com.
At Kansas Insurance, we know one size doesn't fit all. In fact, our whole mindset is based on customized policies for you and your families. We're local, and we do what we do because we care about you. Think of us as brokers for your insurance needs. Working with Kansas Insurance gets you the award-winning service and attention to detail that only an independent agency can provide. All across Kansas, we're here to help you manage and plan for all types of risk. Contact a local agent today. Kansas Insurance. Local, independent, serving you.
All right, welcome in here. So the new pitcher for the Cards is the lefty, Quinn Brunin, coming in from right field.
In right field for the Cardinals.
It will be a lefty pitcher. He'll be making his first pitching appearance on the year. McNary did all right in his first appearance this season. Is responsible for the 2 runners on. So he may get tacked on with more runs, but thus far through 3 1/3, he allowed 4 hits, 5 runs, 3 of them earned, struck out a couple of batters, walked 4, and did also plunk a couple. The runner will take second on defensive indifference. The batter here is the shortstop, Neal. Despite all of this offensive explosion for the Broncos, their future collegiate athlete, Neal, not really amongst it. Has a walk, did come around to score, and he will be walked again, and that will load the bases.
Now batting number 4, Hall.
So the catcher Hall digs back in. 0 for 1 with a walk. Watches that one loop in there for a strike from the lefty pitcher. Also with the right fielder moving to the mound, the DH Camden Robson, the freshman, is now patrolling right. That one's going to be ripped down the line and foul on the left side of third base. That one well outside. If the Cards do go down by 15 runs, they would get a chance in the bottom half of the 4th to try and bring the deficit back under 15. And if that effort proved unsuccessful, that would be the end of the game. But we're not there yet. As it stands, they would at least get into the 5th inning. And this one's going to be hit high to the right side. Might go to Robson, and it's going to drop out there. Miscommunication, and then the throw comes to third, and that one goes away. So another run will come in to score. 3 are in. It is now 15-0 for the Broncos. There was miscommunication out in right, and then the throw in coming to third gets away. So the hit will somewhat undeservingly go down as a hit, but then an error on the throw in.
Running the second base for Spring Hill, number 18, Straley.
So Hall, that on a ball that maybe should have been a pop out, does reach base and then gets courtesy ran for. So we are now in a spot where even if things just stay as they are, the Cardinals need to score at least 1 run, and that's going to become worse here as Straley will take the turn at third and come in to score. Meade with an RBI hit. The Cards now trail by 16 runs.
Now batting, number 3, Miller.
Miller digs back in, 1 for 2, a triple, a walk, and a stolen base. Brunin gets the call there on the outer edge. There are 2 outs here in the inning. Brunin just needs to get 1 more to get the Cards back up to bat. And now once they do get back up to the plate, the right to continue this game will be on the line. And this one's going to be a swinging bunt out to Brunin, who fields it with the bare hand. A little bit of a high throw, but Arnold makes the play. And the inning will end. The Broncos strand 1, but they bring across 7 runs to make it 16-0. The Cards need a couple in the bottom half of the 4th.
Are you looking for a trusted partner in pet care? Look no further than Eudora Animal Hospital, proudly serving Eudora and the surrounding area since 1975. Eudora Animal Hospital offers a wide range of services, including wellness exams, surgeries, routine vaccinations, and emergency care.
I just want to thank everybody in the community for trusting us with the care of their animals, and go Cards!
Schedule an appointment by calling 785-542-3265 or visit eudoravet.com.
At Fort Scott Community College, we understand that a scary part of figuring out your future isn't only answering the question, what should I do, but where do I belong? Maybe you belong here, preparing for a career in healthcare as part of Fort Scott Community College's nursing program. Or maybe you belong on stage as part of the Hounds band or theater department. I don't know where you've been or where you're headed, but I know we're saving a spot for you because you belong at Fort Scott Community College.
What would happen if I had to pick up the phone, call 911 for one of my family members or one of my neighbors? What would I do if no one was on the other end to respond? What if there was no 911? So you can be a part of the solution.
Anybody can be a firefighter. Male, female, younger, older.
We have school teachers. We have leaders in business.
Is me, you, anyone that wants to be. There is no typical firefighter.
All across the country, people are coming together to speed up what we can learn about health. The All of Us Research Program is calling on 1 million people to join us as we try to change the future of health.
It will be nice to lead things off for the Cardinals, hitting .429 in 7 at-bats thus far this season. Has driven in 3 runs, worked a walk, has 3 doubles. Comes into the lineup in place of the center fielder, McCleary. A game that was moved up for the weather might get over in plenty of time here with the run rule potentially coming into effect. The Broncos put up 8 in just the first inning. Then were shut out in the second, 1 in the third, and then explode for 7 more. And this one going to come all the way to the backstop from Pepper. I haven't seen a miscue from him, from a miscue like that from him yet today. Only allowed 1 hit and really, in fact, just the 1 base runner. If it were not for the double from Burling, we could be talking about a perfect game right now. But instead, it's not even a no-hitter. Nice fouls, this one. So again, the Cards would need to score 2 here. They cannot trail by 15 after 4 full innings. And that would still only extend the game, where they would need to score more than that, and Nice will be rung up there on strikes. Now Zeke Bartmus will come to the plate. He courtesy ran earlier.
Bartmus.
Bartmus, oddly enough, comes in with the sneaky 4-game hit streak. He's done it in non-consecutive games, but each time that he has gotten a plate appearance, he has gotten a hit. He went 1 for 3 in the first game against Bonner, 1 for 2 in the second against Bonner, 1 for 2 in the second game against Paola, and 2 for 2 in this most recent game against Veritas Christian. Can he keep that up here and become only the second Eudora batter to get a hit against this pitcher? Pepper has not even hit the 50 pitch mark in this game. It's been extremely efficient. And Bartmus will hit this one back to the mound, and he will be retired. And just as the status of this game, Bartmus's hit streak now in real peril of getting to continue.
Now batting for Eudora, number 14, Cam Robson.
So the DH turned right fielder, Cam Robson, digs in. And he will hit that one right back up the middle. And this game is not done yet. A second hit today for the Cardinals as a team. Robson, the freshman, gets his first.
Now batting for Eudora, number 12, Cooper Burling.
Robson hitting quite well this season, only as a freshman. With that hit, puts the batting average up to .353. And now Burling will dig in, who up until then was the only batter to reach base today for the Cardinals. And this one's going to get away from the catcher Hall, so Robson will move up to second. I don't know what the term would be here. We're nowhere near the tying run being at the plate, but it's something, the extending run, I suppose. If they can get 2, we will see the 5th inning. And it will be a good drive put into that one by Burling, and it will drop. The Cardinals will not be shut out today. Robson comes in to score an RBI hit, and Burling's got a 2-hit day.
Now batting for Eudora, number 27, Colt Klein.
Who's running it first?
So Colt Klein will now come up to bat. His 10th plate appearance of the season. He's got 4 hits, so a .444 batting average thus far. And
running at first base for Eudora, number 2, Jay Noble.
Jay Noble will take over the running duties for Burling at first base. Colt Klein is here in place of Arnold, the first baseman. If we do get to the 5th inning, there will definitely be a few defensive adjustments for the Cardinals. But all that needs to happen to avoid that is one more out from Pepper. The runner takes off, and it's going to be called a ball, and the call at second is safe. So a stolen bag by Noble. And still this game goes on. Cards are down to their final strike here, but they've got that extending run, should we call it, in scoring position at this point and in the form of a speedy runner of Jay Noble. If Klein can just find a gap, we will see the 5th. And he will hit this one over to third. It's going to be a tough play for McAvoy, and whoa, what's the call over there? They make the play. A great throw from the freshman McAvoy. Thought we might see the Cardinals extend this game, but no, they just get one back. So the game is called final after 4.
Score Broncos 16, Cardinals 1.
A decent fight back there in the bottom of the 4th from players coming in off of the bench for the Cards, but it was not enough to extend the game and was unlikely to ever be enough to come back in this game as the Broncos really exploded offensively, going for 16 runs, 8 in the first and 7 in the top of the 4th, along with 1 in the 3rd. They are able to mercy rule the Cardinals through 4 innings. They drop to 3-5. The Broncos move up to 6-4. We'll take a break. When we're back, it'll be the post-game show as we wrap this one up.
Are you looking for a trusted partner in pet care? Look no further than Eudora Animal Hospital, proudly serving Eudora and the surrounding area since 1975. Eudora Animal Hospital offers a wide range of services, including wellness exams, surgeries, routine vaccinations, and emergency care.
I just want to thank everybody in the community for trusting us with the care of their animals, and go Dogs!
Schedule an appointment by calling 785-542-3265 or visit eudoravet.com.
More time before you wake up in the wild.
Our natural world needs us now. Step by step, side by side, together, we can find a way to ensure that all life on Earth can thrive. To learn more about how you can help protect and conserve nature, visit nature.org.
Your home for live, local sports. Varsity Sports Live delivers professional level coverage with high-quality video and broadcasters that know your schools and community.
Touchdown, Tonganoxie!
With the support of local businesses, you never pay to watch varsity sports. Live, local, free high school sports coverage. That's Varsity Sports Live.
Grass gets it away. Moore's down the middle. And he makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans.
Keep up with the action at varsitysportslive.com. Live, local, free high school sports.
Charlie was born at LMH. We had a great team of nurses. Not only did they check in on us regularly, they always asked if we had questions, always made sure that we understood what was going on. I cannot say enough wonderful things about the labor and delivery, family birthing, and mother baby care team at LMH Health. We had to put our entire trust into their hands, and just everyone was so friendly and so supportive.
At Fort Scott Community College, we understand that a scary part of figuring out your future isn't only answering the question, what should I do, but where do I belong? Maybe you belong here as part of Fort Scott Community College's John Deere Tech program. Maybe you belong here as part of the perennial playoff-bound Greyhound baseball team. I don't know where you've been or where you're headed, but I know we're saving a spot for you because you belong at Fort Scott Community College.
Alrighty, welcome in Eudora Animal Hospital post-game show. For 40 years, Eudora Animal Hospital has been caring for pets and livestock with fair pricing, trusted service, and compassionate care. Pet owners from across the region trust their four-legged friends to Eudora Animal Hospital. To learn more, visit eudoravet.com. This has got to be record time for the earliest that we're getting out of here because it's a single game, not a doubleheader, and then also a mercy rule after only 4 innings of work. And a game that was moved up 2.5 hours because of impending potential rain. But yeah, not even 5:30, and here we are in the post-game show. Unfortunately, not because of anything good for the Cards. There was that 8-run first inning. The Broncos just exploded, and then they did it all over again in the top of the 4th to really pull away. The Cards did have some fight back, and you can't say it was, because the backups were in or anything like that. The Broncos were playing the same way they had all day long. They really never were playing as if they were a team with a big lead. They were still stealing bases. They were bunting. They were trying to make sure that they really poured it on here and treated the Cardinals like any other opponent, no matter what the game situation was. And that is why we find ourselves down here 16-1, the final score through 4 innings of work. Looking at the stats here, Pepper is the winning pitcher. Let's get his stats line here. He goes 4 full innings, allowing 3 hits, 1 run, which goes down as unearned. And he struck out 3 batters through 51 pitches only today. For the Cards, the losing pitcher is Carnegie. He was only able to record 1 out, the strikeout of the freshman Riley McAvoy. He allowed 2 hits and gets saddled with 7 runs, all earned, 1 strikeout, 3 walks, hit a couple batters as well. McNary then came in and carried the bulk of the load today in his first pitching appearance of the season, going 3 1/3, allowing 4 hits, 7 runs, 3 of them earned, 2 strikeouts, 4 walks. He also had a couple wild pitches and a couple hit batters. And then Brunin coming in to get the final out, giving one in the process, giving up 1 hit, 2 runs, both unearned, and walking 1 batter. For the bats for the Cards, there is not much to write home about, but the 2 bright spots, Robson, the DH turned right fielder, went 1 for 2 and quote unquote came around to score. It was yes, he did. He did come in to score. Then Burling went 2 for 2 with an RBI, and Jay Noble stole a base courtesy running for him. Burling with a double, and then there were 3 errors in the game from the Cards. A tough one for them. That's what contributed to there being so many unearned runs. What was the number? Yeah, 6 of their 16 runs against go down as unearned. Just a tough day for them. And it was a tough day for the Broncos. They had 4 batters get hit by the pitch, or rather 3 batters. 2 were put on their pitcher, Pepper. He was appropriately maybe peppered with a couple balls there from different Cardinals pitchers. Looking at the lines, Reagan went 2 for 3 with a double and 2 RBIs, 2 runs scored, a sac hit. The pitcher went 1 for 1, twice hit by the pitch, an RBI, a run scored, a stolen base. Neal goes 1 for 2, the future Florida Gator, 0 for 1 with 2 walks and a run scored. Hall, the catcher, 1 for 2 with a walk. Mead, 2 for 2, 2 doubles, 2 RBIs, a run scored, a double, and a stolen base. For Miller, he went 1 for 2 with a triple, 3 runs driven in, a walk, a stolen base, a run scored. McAvoy, the freshman, 0 for 2, a hit by pitch and a strikeout. Van Houten, 1 for 1, hit by the pitch, 2 runs scored. And Scott, the 9-hitter, 0 for 2 with a walk, and he struck out. There were some good plays in the field. A couple times there were some diving catches. Ross, being one of the Cardinals players, denied by a good Broncos play out in the field. But yeah, just a tough day and a tough opponent. This Broncos team, the Cardinals were not favorites coming into this one, but doesn't mean that the game had to go this one-sided. A tough game there for the Cards that might bring down the vibes after they had just had a doubleheader sweep on the road. But they will now turn their attention on the 16th to Santa Fe Trail. They will play against them right here in Eudora. We will not be covering that one, but it's going to be a doubleheader for them. And then their next matchup is with Baldwin. I will send you out of here one more time. When I bring you back, I'll tell you what is next up on Varsity Sports Live here as we cover the Eudora Cardinals spring sports. Keep it here for one last post-game show.
Charlie was born at LMH. We had a great team of nurses. Not only did they check in on us regularly, they always asked if we had questions, always made sure that we understood what was going on. I cannot say enough wonderful things about the labor and delivery, family birthing, and mother baby care team at LMH Health. We had to put our entire trust into their hands, and just everyone was so friendly and so supportive.
Everybody can make something, because I think everyone has a spark of creativity, and the reason that I have to keep making is because I don't think my life would be as fulfilling without it. If you make things yourself, that means you're not cowering in fear. You're out there taking chances. That, I think, is my way of saying I love you to the world. All right, now I want to hear why you make.
Share your own Why I Make story today. Visit whyimake.org.
I used to drive an ambulance as an EMT, and I've always tried to be a safe driver. If people knew what I know, lives could be saved. In my car, if I see a truck or bus taking a turn, I know to take my time. When big vehicles turn right, they may swing wide to make the turn. If you try to sneak in, well, it's a lesson you'd rather not learn the hard way. When trucks and buses turn, let's you and I wait. It's our roads, it's our safety.
At Kansas Insurance, we know one size doesn't fit all. In fact, our whole mindset is based on customized policies for you and your families. We're local, and we do what we do because we care about you. Think of us as brokers for your insurance needs. Working with Kansas Insurance gets you the award-winning service and attention to detail that only an independent agency can provide. All across Kansas, we're here to help you manage and plan for all types of risk. Contact a local agent today. Kansas Insurance. Local, independent, serving you.
All right, welcome in one final time to our Eudora Animal Hospital post-game show. So, this is the final broadcast of the baseball season for us covering spring. We only get to get a little taste of the spring sports, but they will next be playing on the 16th against Santa Fe Trail right here, a doubleheader in Eudora. But the next thing that we will be covering on Varsity Sports Live is Eudora softball. It will be April 27th, a doubleheader again here at home as they take on the Lansing Lions. Speaking of softball, they are just across the way also taking on Spring Hill, and things not going quite so well for them in game one of a doubleheader. It is 9-1, the Broncos winning. They exploded for 4 runs in the second after getting 3 in the top of the first, so another really hot start for the Broncos over on the softball diamond, just as they had here on the baseball diamond. Up 9-1 in that one, but there is a second matchup to come that will start around 6 o'clock if the weather is permitting of that second game of the doubleheader. But yeah, so we will be covering the softball game doubleheader between the Cardinals and the Lions, and that's not even the last softball game. We will grab one more May 5th, Cinco de Mayo, as they will be taking on Lewisburg in Lewisburg, and then we will have a soccer game a couple of days later to wrap up this spring season. But yes, for today, that will do it. I have been Reed McAvoy. I didn't even mention just me today on the mic. No Hayden Harves today because of the rescheduled game. It makes sense. It's difficult to move things around on the fly. It was only yesterday that we found out this game would be moved up 2.5 hours. So you got just the Reed McAvoy show here today. Hopefully that was something you could put up with for just an hour and a half here. So you didn't even have to deal with too much of me because we are done very quickly. Only 4 innings. 16-1 is the final score here, and the Cardinals drop this game at home. So yeah, that will do it here. Not much more to say. The Cardinals did throw out a couple new arms. It was good to see. I liked what McNary had to offer. Of course, was not perfect, but this is a tough lineup, and he did pretty decent. Brunin, you know, he at least offers a left hand, something that can switch up, and maybe he can get more comfortable as the season goes on. But the Cardinals, with quite a few different names that have pitched here. It's actually, let's see, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 now names. It was 8 coming into today. 10 different names have been on the mound for the Cards. That's some nice options to have, a good amount of different, you know, looks, different deliveries, and different guys gathering experience, and maybe they can learn together as a unit as the season goes on. But I will stop yapping here. We'll close down this post-game show. Thank you so much for tuning in here on this Tuesday afternoon, a truncated game here of Cardinals baseball. Have a good rest of your week, and we will see you back in a couple weeks from yesterday.
From the gridiron to the hard court, the pitch to the mat, don't miss any of the action. We're there with live, local sports coverage at VarsitySportsLive.com.